After that record-setting Tuesday with all the rain here in the Bluegrass region, a delightful Wednesday out there. Sunshine, that northeast breeze, and that really helped to make afternoon highs quite comfortable. The fall-like feel that we have been waiting for a while, it's kicking in. It's going to be hanging with us into the late week. First thing you'll notice tomorrow morning, chilly. We're talking readings well down into the 40s, and that's going to be fairly consistent as we end the week and through the upcoming weekend. But overall, it's going to be tranquil with this weather pattern. That's going to be staying in place all the way into the early part of next week. Visible satellite, a few fair weather cumulus clouds. Those will go by the wayside as the sun begins to set. You can see that cloud deck thicker down south. Took a little while to finally exit the area as the drier air has moved in. All throughout the Ohio and Tennessee Valley, really looking good and feeling good as well. Live look, Mount Sterling in front of Montgomery County Courthouse, a nice pleasant 68. Key to that, drier air mass and that east to northeast wind at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, occasionally gusting a bit higher. It'll back down a little bit during the overnight hours, but Jackson County looking good as well near McKee, 65, about 90 minutes away from sunset, so temperatures are already beginning to back down. But we're pretty close to where we ended up for afternoon highs. Most spots upper 60s to right around 70. Nice change of pace, actually a little bit below average for this time of the year. And notice the dew points, big spread. Anytime, even in early fall, you can get those dew points down into the 40s. You're in good shape. Still have some gusts occasionally between 15 and 20. But again, that breeze is driving in the dry and fall-like air. So high pressure, again, building into the central part of the Great Lakes. That frontal boundary that brought all the rain yesterday, that is, now moving off of the eastern seaboard. So big chunk of real estate through the central and eastern U.S. enjoying some nice weather. Chilly tomorrow morning. Think you'll need the jacket heading out the door. One thing that will hold us back from maybe dropping into the upper 30s area wide, the air will stay mixed up because there'll be just enough wind out of the northeast. And then tomorrow it should begin to kick back in once more. But even with that, we're only looking at mid-60s for highs here in the Bluegrass, probably upper 60s, low 70s down south. I mentioned the wind gusts tomorrow morning. Notice how they're in that maybe 10 to 15 mile per hour range. They'll be more so closer to 20 plus, similar to what we had this afternoon tomorrow. But then as we get into Friday morning, you see those begin to back off a bit, and that's a little more optimal as far as allowing temperatures to cool off all the way down into the upper 30s. We're not getting into that frost range or any concern with vegetation or your plants outdoors just yet, but an indication that's right around the corner. We'll see a decent recovery back up to around 70. This little weak front off to the northwest kind of washes out, not much moisture to begin with, so we'll be in a good spot as we kick off the weekend on Saturday. Note the temperature trend. Nice change of pace, below average. Haven't seen that very much through the late summer and early fall. We do begin to climb the ladder again, getting into early next week. Second half of the weekend looking good. Little wave of low pressure, eastern Great Lakes. That goes by the wayside, and a frontal boundary stays back to our northwest, so we should be in good shape. Maybe a few scattered clouds around. Looking down the road as far as the temperature outlook, well above average temperatures through Texas, but into the mid part of the month, we're going to be above the curve here, and that's going to mean we could run back into the upper 70s, maybe flirt with the 80-degree mark about a week from now. But here in the short term, we are going to be high and dry, and it is going to be quiet out there, to say the least. Looking at overnight lows, will be into the 40s, 43 tomorrow morning, breezy and chilly. 66 tomorrow afternoon, a breezy and cool day. In the extended forecast here, you see those temperatures again. They'll be into the 40s each morning, so keep that light jacket handy. And then afternoon highs are going to make a run back into the upper 70s this time next week.